Hey everybody, we are starting the last unit for our curriculum. So you want to make sure that if you are missing your Unit 3 test, that you get that in as soon as you can, because right now, if you didn't take the Unit 3 test, it's counting as a 0 in the grade book, and nobody wants that. So go ahead and get that Unit 3 test done as soon as you can if you haven't done it already. We are going to be starting the last unit, which is Unit 2, and we're starting with Lesson 2.4. This lesson is about composite figures, and we've talked about composite figures before. Just a little recap. A composite figure is a figure that can be separated into regions. So separated into regions. And those regions are basic shapes or basic plane figures. Shapes like triangles, trapezoids, rectangles, circles, maybe half of a circle. What we would do is we would find the area of that composite figure by dividing up the regions and finding each area. Okay. So if I saw a triangle and a half of a circle in my shape, I would find the area of that triangle and the area of that half a circle, and then I would add that together, or I would find the sum of the areas. So for example, what shapes do you see in my composite figure? I see two half circles. Here's half of a circle, and here's the other half of the circle. And I see a parallelogram. Here is the parallelogram. So what I'm going to do is break this up into two regions. I'm going to call the parallelogram shape 1, and I could find the area of each half circle, but two half circles make the whole circle. So I'm going to call the two half circles together an entire circle. I'll call that figure 2. So let's find the area of my first shape. Okay, well that's a parallelogram. And when I look at my formula sheet, the parallelogram says that we can multiply the base times the height. All right, well, let's see. If the radius of this circle is 6, that means the diameter is 12. So in my parallelogram, that base is 12. The height of a parallelogram is the distance between the bases, and the height is always perpendicular to the bases. So the height of this parallelogram is 5. So the area of the parallelogram, my first figure, is 60. Now let's find the height, or not the height, the area of the second figure, my circle. Well, the area of a circle is pi r squared. The radius, well, we already said the radius was 6. So this becomes 36 pi. That would be the exact answer. When I multiply my calculator, 36 times pi, that's about 113.1. So I can say that the area of the total figure is 60 plus 113.1. So the total area is about 173.1. And then my units are inches squared. All right, so that was the first example. Let's look at the second example I have here. What shapes do you see in this composite figure? I see a half of a circle. I see a triangle. And I see a rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and label these. We're going to call that rectangle region 1. I'm going to call the triangle region 2, and the semicircle region 3. And however you name those does not make a difference to our answer. This is just what I'm calling them to make my work neat. So we're going to find the area of region 1, the rectangle. We're going to find the area of region 2, the triangle. We're going to find the area of region 3, the half circle. Use the formula sheet that you have and the given information in your picture and see if you can find the area for these three things. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, so let's go over those. The area of region 1 would be the area of a rectangle. Well, the area of a rectangle is length times width. I know that there's a 9. Now I just need to find the height or the width of my rectangle. I know that from here to here is 26. And I know that here to here is 9, which means here to here is also 9. This is 9. Well, 9 is the radius of my circle. Remember, in a circle, all radii are the same. So that means this radius is also 9. So from here to here is 9. And if this entire thing is 26, I will subtract 26 minus 9. So the height of that rectangle is 17. Okay, so how did I get 17? The radius of a circle is the same no matter where the radius is. So this radius, all radii in the circle are congruent. So if this radius is 9, so is this one. So that means this distance from the flat part of the semicircle to the edge of the semicircle is 9. And if the whole thing is 26, I can subtract to find this missing yellow piece. So the area of the rectangle is 153. If you didn't get 153, you got something else, you might want to go and fix your total area, or wait until I go over 2 and 3 and then fix it at the end. We now need to find the area of the triangle. The area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Okay. Well, the base of my triangle here is going to be the radius of the semicircle, which is 9, and the height will be the distance from here to here. Well, we know that this yellow height is 17, and I know that this height is 7, leaving this to be 10. So this is 1/2 times 9 times 10. So we get 45. And now we find the area of half of a circle. We know the area of a circle is pi r squared, but this is half of a circle, so I want half pi r squared. And the radius we've said is 9. So this is 1/2 times pi times 9 squared. I'm going to round this. I'm not going to make it exact with that pi. I'm going to multiply by pi. I get 127.23. How do you know whether you should multiply by pi or not? Directions will usually tell you, and if it doesn't tell you, then you get to choose. So the area of the total composite figure will be the sum of 153, 45, and 127.23. I'm going to add those three numbers together to get 325.23. Our units will be feet squared. Did you get 325.23? If not, where was your mistake? Double check those, and we'll move on. Now, what happens if the composite figure is on a graph? We're going to follow the same process. Break it up into shapes. So I see a triangle. I see a quadrilateral rectangle here. I see another rectangle here. And I see a triangle. And if you saw different shapes or you broke it up differently, that is okay. We're going to get the same answer. Let's call this triangle shape 1. I'm going to call this rectangle shape 2, this rectangle shape 3, and my bottom triangle shape 4. So the area of my first triangle is 1/2 base times height. So let's count the blocks. Oh, this is at a half. So I have a half block here, but I have another half block here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole blocks. The base is 5, and the height is 1, 2, 3. So the area of that first triangle is 7.5. The area of my second shape. I have another half block here. This is 1, 2, 3.5 blocks as the base. And the height, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this becomes 3.5 times 4. You do not have to have the formula for areas memorized. You will be allowed to use that formula sheet on all assessments. Let's look at shape 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 is the base. And its height, 1, 2, 3. So the area of my rectangle is 19.5. And now my purple triangle, or my fourth shape. The base is 1, 2, 3.5. And its height is 2. So the area of this triangle is 3.5. So the total area is going to be the sum of these 4 areas. So I'm going to add 7.5, 14, 19.5, and 3.5. I get 44.5. All right, find the area of this composite shape. What shapes do you see? I see a semicircle, and I see a triangle. I'm going to call the semicircle shape 2 and the triangle shape 1. You could have had those flip-flopped, it doesn't truly matter. Go ahead and find the area of each piece, and then find the total area of this shape. Go ahead and do that now. So the total area, you should get 61.13. The area of that triangle is 1. The base of that triangle is 8, and the height is 9. Remember, the height is perpendicular to the base. The area of the semicircle will be half of the area of a circle, so half pi r squared. The radius here is 4. So the exact area of that semicircle is 8 pi. The approximate area is about 25.13. So when you add those two areas together, we get 61.13. To find the area of a shaded region, first you might want to find the area of the entire figure, and then subtract out any non-shaded part. And so if you see a shaded region that's really weird, you don't have that formula on your formula sheet, try finding the area of a shape that you do know and subtract out what you don't need. So for example, in this example, I don't have a formula for this weird corner on my formula sheet, but I do have the area for a square and a circle. So if I find the area of the square and the area of the circle, I can subtract the area of the circle to find just the shaded part. Picture taking a Post-it note and cutting a circle out of it. Cutting that circle out and removing it is the equivalent of subtracting. So I'm going to take that square, find the area of the whole thing, and then figure out what to take away. Take away the area of the circle. So let's find the area of a square. Looking at the formula sheet, the area is side squared, or in this case 25 squared, or 25 times 25. So the area of the whole square is 625. But I don't want the area of the whole square. I got to get rid of the circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. If this is 25, that means the diameter is 25. That means the radius is 12.5. So the area of the circle will be pi times 12.5 squared, which is about 490.87. So the area of that shaded part is going to be the area of the square minus the area of the circle. So 625 minus 490.87. Go ahead and subtract that and you get 134.13. Our units will be feet squared. Why don't you try this one? Find the area of the shaded region. Try that now. So you should have gotten 212.5 centimeters squared. When you found the area of that big rectangle, you should have gotten 325. The area of the triangle that we want to remove is 137.5. When I subtract that 137.5 from the area of the rectangle, we should get 212.5. There are different ways of solving this, and if you did it a different way and you still got 212.5, that's a-okay with me. Just know that this is an option. All right, that was a short lesson. Today's attendance quiz word is plane. Composite figures are made of 2 or more plane figures. Plane. You got to spell the word plane correct in the attendance quiz. It doesn't care about capitalization, but it does care about spelling. So spell that word correctly. Plane. Have a great day, everyone.